Most families treat Athens like a layover. They fly in, climb the Acropolis, take the photo, and fly out thinking they have seen it. They have not seen it. Athens is one of the oldest living cities on Earth, and it is packed with experiences that families remember for the rest of their lives, if they know where to actually look. As a pilot who has been in and out of this city more times than I can count, here is what your family is missing in Athens. Hey, I'm Ash, airline pilot, husband, and dad. Welcome to Sky Crew Adventures, where pilot life meets family travel. Athens is one of those cities that genuinely surprises every family who takes the time to explore it properly. The history here is not just in one place, it is everywhere. You are walking through 3,000 years of civilization every time you turn a corner. When I think about bringing Grayson and Ruben to Athens, the goal is not just to see the Acropolis. The goal is to let them feel what it means to stand in the oldest city in the Western world. Here are the 5 things your family cannot miss. Tip number 1, the Acropolis and the Acropolis Museum. The Acropolis is non-negotiable. Your family needs to stand on that hill and look out over the city below. There is no other experience quite like it on Earth, but here's what most families get wrong. They show up mid-morning without tickets and spend the first 2 hours of their day standing in a line that wraps around the base of the hill. Do not do that to your family. Pre-book your skip-the-line tickets through T-Catch before you leave home. Walk past the line, walk straight up, no waiting in the heat with kids in tow. Link is in the description. And go early, doors open at 8 a.m. The difference between arriving at 8 and arriving at 10 is the difference between a meaningful experience and an overcrowded one. Also, when you come back down the hill, walk directly into the Acropolis Museum at the base. It is one of the best museums in Europe. The artifacts pulled from the hill itself are displayed with the Acropolis visible through the glass behind them. Kids who were barely engaged on the way up suddenly start asking questions in there. It is worth every minute. Tip number 2, the Plaka neighborhood. Plaka sits directly at the base of the Acropolis, and it is the oldest continuously inhabited neighborhood in Athens. Narrow streets, neoclassical buildings, bougainvillea spilling over whitewashed walls. This is where your family eats. Find a taverna on a side street, not on the main tourist drag, and order spanakopita, fresh Greek salad, and souvlaki for the kids. These are foods that travel well with young palates, and the quality in a real neighborhood taverna is in a completely different category from anything near the main tourist sites. Walk Plaka in the late afternoon when the light is golden and the heat has started to drop. Let the kids wander, let the pace slow down. This neighborhood rewards families who are not in a hurry. Tip number 3, the Cape Sounion day trip. This is the one most families skip, and it is a mistake. Cape Sounion is about 45 miles south of Athens along the Attica coastline. At the very tip of the cape, on a cliff directly above the Aegean Sea, sits the Temple of Poseidon, a 5th century BC marble temple that looks like it was placed there for the view. The drive down the coast is beautiful. The temple itself is dramatic in a way that makes kids go completely quiet when they first see it. Go in the late afternoon. You arrive with enough light to explore the site, and then you watch the sun set into the Aegean from one of the most spectacular vantage points in all of Greece. Families that do this day trip say it is the single memory they talk about most when they get home. Before you head out, make sure you have an Airalo eSIM active so you have navigation and data the entire drive down the coast and back. No roaming fees, no SIM swapping, instant data from the moment you land in Greece. Link is in the description. Tip number 4, Monastiraki and the Athens Central Market. If the Acropolis shows you ancient Athens, Monastiraki shows you the living version. Monastiraki Square sits in the center of the city, and the neighborhood around it is electric. The flea market runs through the surrounding streets with vendors selling everything from antiques to leather goods to handmade ceramics. But the real destination is the Athens Central Market, the Varvakios Agora, just a few blocks north of Monastiraki. This is where Athenians actually buy their food. Butchers, fishmongers, olive vendors, spice sellers stacked to the ceiling. As a pilot, I notice things most travelers walk right past. The food markets of a city tell you everything about the culture, what people value, how they cook, how they live. Walk your kids through that market and you are giving them a real education that no classroom can replicate. Grab a gyro from one of the shops along Ermou Street on the way out. Athens does the gyro better than anywhere, your kids will agree. Tip number 5, the Panathenaic Stadium. This is the tip that stops most families in their tracks. The Panathenaic Stadium, also called Kalamarmaro, which means beautiful marble in Greek, is the only stadium in the world built entirely of white marble. The original stadium was constructed in 330 BC, rebuilt in marble in 144 AD, and then in 1896, it hosted the very first modern Olympic Games. When you walk in, you are standing on the same track where those first modern Olympians competed. You can walk it, you can run it, stand at the finish line and let your kids feel what it means to be in that place. But here's the part most families never find, the tunnels. Running beneath the seating sections of the stadium are the original preparation tunnels, arched stone passages where athletes readied themselves before stepping out into the arena. The same tunnels, the same stone, used by athletes across centuries of competition before they walked out under the open sky to compete. For kids who play sports, who compete in anything, standing in those tunnels is something different. It is not just a history lesson, it is the moment where they personally connect to something ancient and feel it in their chest. Grayson plays hockey. I know exactly what that tunnel moment would do to him. Go in the morning when the stadium first opens. It is quiet then. You can stand on the marble track with almost no one else around. That stillness inside a stadium built to hold 50,000 people is one of the most powerful moments you can give your family anywhere in Athens. Here's what I wish someone had told me about flying to Athens specifically. Greece is a member of the European Union. That means EU passenger rights law applies to every flight into and out of Athens, including your transatlantic connection. If your flight to or from Athens was delayed 3 or more hours, canceled, or overbooked, you may be legally owed up to $600 per passenger in compensation. As a pilot, I know how often this happens, and I know most families never claim what they are owed because they do not know the process exists. AirHelp handles the entire claim for you. No paperwork, no chasing airlines, no win, no fee. So if they cannot recover your compensation, you pay nothing. Check what you are owed. Link is in the description. If this helped your family, hit subscribe. I'm dropping new videos every few days, and everyone is built around helping families travel smarter. And grab our free Pilot Dad travel guide. What the Captain Knows. Link is in the description. Everything I know about stress-free international family travel in one place. Completely free. I'm Ash. I'll see you up there.